your girl today, Iman. I am back with another video, a banger. I'm super excited about the progress, y'all. The drunk makeup tutorial, I expected it to still be like in the 70s and stuff because I'm just starting, but we're actually already in the hundreds and I'm super excited about that. And I also posted my first vlog. A lot of you guys who follow me on social media was telling me like, you're hilarious, I love watching your vlog, like, and I really appreciate it. But this video is back in my element. We're back in the house, and I'm super excited because this is something I've been wanting to do because I'm super passionate about it. As you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about my college experience, giving advice, answering a lot of questions that you guys had, and all that stuff surrounding it. But before we get into this video, y'all, get into this color. No, that's not what I wasn't gonna say that. Before we get to this video, go ahead, exit out of full screen, hit the bell down below, hit subscribe so you know you can become a part of the family because y'all already know the saying, let's hit it when I grow. Y'all video, like y'all at the hands of you guys. So whatever y'all want, just go ahead and let me know. So we about to get straight into the video. On my social media accounts, I have been asking people for like the last week to send me in questions that they wanted me to answer. Some of the questions I had to rephrase because it was a little weird, but I'm going to answer all of you guys' questions. I'm going to give advice, I'm going to give recommendations, do's, don'ts, all the good stuff. So we about to just get into it. I'm about to get into the first question, y'all. Oh, also, y'all, okay, so like I said, if you're new to my channel, I live in Washington, D.C., and I attend college here. So, yeah, when I'm talking about my college, if you're not from DC, you probably won't understand some of the stuff I'm talking about. But if you are from DC, which most of you guys are, if my following is, then you guys will completely understand me. So I just wanted to put that out there. So the first question is, so I have the questions in my notes, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. Well, okay, I have the questions in my notes, and so I'm basically just going to go down all of these questions. It's quite a few. I had to put some out because the video was going to end up being too long, so I answered the most important questions. So we're just gonna, so the first question is, what is my major? So I am a business management major, concentrated in entrepreneurship. So my major is business, but it's focused primarily on entrepreneurship, on your own business and stuff like that. What do I plan to do with my degree? I'm a little in between. So people who know me, everybody knows I don't do hair, so I know for a fact my business will be related to hair in some which way, shape, or form, or just beauty products, period. But I do want to be different. I'm really leaning toward, I want to have my own natural hair care line. That is really important to me. Dyes and colors, I want to have safe dyes and colors without bleach that you can use on natural African American hair. I want to do hair loss serums. I want to do shampoos, conditioners that are really light and not heavy on your head. And so that's what I think I want to do now is open my own, of course, my own like store where I can sell my products from. So yeah, I'm gonna have my own hair care line. It might change within the next 2 years, but this is something I'm passionate about. It's something I've been thinking about for a really long time. So I doubt that it'll change, but it's always a possibility. So the question to answer you, because I'm rambling at this point, to answer your question, I want to own my own hair care line and have my own store where I can sell from, and then of course I'll have it in other stores and stuff. What colleges did I get accepted to? Okay, so I was accepted into quite a few colleges. I'm grateful to God that all of the colleges that I was accepted to, I had some type of scholarship that they were giving me. Thank God. I went back and looked at all of my acceptance letters that I still have, and so the ones that I found are in this list. I do think I'm missing a few colleges because I remember, I know it being more, like I feel like I'm missing something, but I just can't find acceptance letters, and I didn't want to put it out there and okay, I didn't want to put it out there and, you know, have it be wrong. So, and the colleges be looking like, we ain't never accept this bitch out of school. So I'm just gonna act like, you know, whatever. We're gonna just say these. So I was accepted into my #1 school, which was Clark Atlanta University. I was accepted into Cheney University, Norfolk University, Old Dominion, Marymount College, Cornell University, Shaw Howard, the one in North Carolina, it's not Shaw Howard, it's like, I don't fucking know what it's called actually. I was Shaw. I'm gonna just put Shaw because I just put Shaw here. I don't want to say the university wrong, so I was accepted to Shaw, that's in North Carolina. Lincoln University, Langston University, Lebanon College, Lebanon Valley College, Arbor University, Radford University, Arcadia. I was semi accepted to Temple. I'm gonna get into that later on in the video. Virginia Union and George Washington University. Those are just a few of the colleges that I was accepted to. I think I just named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 colleges. I do think I want to say it was an even 20 of the colleges, so I'm missing about 3. But those are the ones that I have. And so to say, you guys like, you got accepted to all these colleges, you got all this money and scholarships, like, why did you stay home? So everybody who knows me, like I said, I live in Washington, D.C. I attend the University of the District of Columbia, also known as UDC. UDC has 2 campuses, so a lot of people get it confused. So it is an in-state college, but it does have a community college, and then it has a Van Ness main campus. So the community college is for, I think, for people who have a GPA of 2.5 or lower, or they scored low on their, lower on the chain when they did a placement test. I attend University of District of Columbia, the Van Ness main campus, the actual university, and I am there on a partial scholarship. So I'm a DCF scholarship recipient. So people are like, you got accepted to your #1 school. Why did you stay home? Like, everybody is trying to get out of DC. Why did you stay home? So Clark Atlanta was my first school that I wanted to go to. I loved Clark Atlanta. I heard so many good things about it. Their business program. I wanted to be in Atlanta because of the career field that I wanted to be in. And then I went on a tour to Clark Atlanta. It's not like, okay, the way that Clark Atlanta is, so it's Spelman University, Clark, and then it's Morehouse, and they're all literally on the same strip. And I just did not like that. I just felt like it was so small, and I felt like Morehouse and Spelman had such large campuses, and I just kind of felt like Clark was just smushed in the middle, and it was so weird, and I did not like the placement, and I hated the campus. Now the school, I wasn't worried about like school, the location, but more so the academics and how I pay for school. So because it's in Atlanta, I have no family down there in Atlanta. I would most likely just be coming back home for break, which means I would need to have a part-time job down there. Now that's not a problem because I do have a job and I could have transferred to the location down there, but the location where it's at wouldn't be accessible to where I was at unless I had a car. So I would have to get a car, transfer my job to the next location, and then on top of that, worry about paying for school. And I don't know, it just didn't seem reasonable to me. Before I decided not to go, Clark Atlanta ended up giving me a $10,000 scholarship that was renewable for the entire 4 years. On top of that, I had gotten a scholarship from the Hotel Association of $2,500, so that was going to be $12,500 taken off of them. I believe Clark's tuition is like $34,000 a year, so that would have took off $12,500. So it would have been approximately, I would have had to pay like 26, maybe, or no, lower than that, 24. Okay, I would have had to pay $24,000 a year. And then I also was accepted with a Pell Grant of $2,000, so that would have ended up being $22,000 a year. I was gonna have to take that loan out in my name. So my mother was like, when you're 18 years of age and you're going to college, you're allowed to take loans out in your own name. If you're under 18 and you're starting college, your loan has to be in your parents' name. So in order for me to go to Clark Atlanta, I would still had a $22,000 gap, and I did not want to use $22,000 in loans before I even started my career. So I'm a very practical person. I think stuff through completely before I actually do it, and I just weighed my pros and cons. Being in Atlanta would have been a huge thing for me because of the hair industry and location and all the businesses, and I loved Atlanta when I went. I fell in love with the city, but I'm 18 years old. I don't have a car. I've never owned an apartment. I don't even have my phone bill in my own name. Do you understand? And so for me to take out $22,000 in debt before I even obtain any type of credit, I was a little taken back by it. Not to say there's nothing wrong with taking out loans, because if you fall in love with your university and you need to take out a loan, by all means do it. Do what you think is best. For me, it just wasn't practical, and I was not willing to take out $22,000 in loans. And by that time, a lot of scholarships were still being given out, but I knew that I wouldn't be given a $20,000 scholarship. And so that was my big thing, and that was the factor of telling me that I didn't want to go to Clark Atlanta University. And then so my second school that I want to attend was Temple University. And so, you know, in the beginning I said I was going to come back to this story, so this is what happened. So I think Temple, I'm able to use DC Tag at Temple University. I am a DC resident, and so DC Tag is just like a grant or a scholarship that is given out to a certain number of students, and it covers a lot of money. And at Temple I could use my DC Tag, so that was a really big plus for me, because I had applied to DC Tag and I got accepted, and all they needed me to do is just send over my information from my school to them. So I was super excited about that. What happened was Temple had told, I don't remember exactly. I believe that it was something like I was accepted into Temple, and then I had gotten a call from somebody actually saying you weren't accepted. It was a misunderstanding. We're still missing pieces of your application, which were 2 essays, or maybe it was 1 essay and a recommendation. And they were like, we can't accept you without your essay and recommendation. So I applied on what is called Common App. On Common App, essay and recommendations are not required. So when I sent in my application, I figured that it wasn't required on the app, so I wouldn't have to do it. Well, they were saying like, no, even though it's not required, you're still expected from us to do it. And so it was a really big misunderstanding, because on Common App, if you guys use, I know if you're applying for college, you're using Common App. It was so hard for me to wrap my head around it. So it was like, to have something given to me and taken away, it was really heartbroken. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. Clearly it wasn't for me. So that's why I ended up not going to Temple. It was a misunderstanding. And then on top of that, I applied to Temple twice. So I applied to Temple on the actual website with, I think, an essay and recommendation letter, and then I applied for one on Common App. I guess the one on the actual website never reached them, and so they only got my Common App one. And so it was a misunderstanding, and I ended up being semi-accepted, not accepted. It was just a whole thing. So that's exactly why I didn't do it. So I stayed home because UDC gave me a scholarship on top of the other $2,500 scholarship, and my first year is completely paid for. I didn't come out of pocket for anything. In fact, I ended up getting a refund check because I had too much scholarship money. And I stayed home because I now switched around my plans. I am trying to move out by June, and I want my own space and be independent at 19. Well, I'm 18, about to be 19. And so, yeah, that's why I ended up staying home, because money-wise, I just felt like it wasn't worth it. The same education I'm getting at UDC, I would have got at Clark Atlanta 9 times out of 10. And the professor's here, my family's here, and my job is here. So that's why I ended up staying home. That was a lot of information, guys, so I'm sorry if I just weighed all information out on y'all, because I did not mean to. I just needed to let y'all know, okay, what the real was. So will I transfer? I am not gonna lie to y'all, I am really stuck on this, and I know it's crazy because it's January and you really should be already applied to most of your colleges, but if not, you should be applied by March. I'm gonna put that out there. Make sure that you apply to all your colleges by March. If you didn't do early enrollment, I do recommend, I would have done this later, but early enrollment is really important. So if you're in 11th grade, 10th grade, 9th grade watching this, and you're applying to colleges, do early enrollment so you know what you're accepted to and what you're not accepted to, so you can find a backup plan. I highly recommend it. When I transferred, so I did reapply to Temple for this fall coming up, and all I'm missing is my transcript, which I can't turn in yet because my school year isn't over. But I'm kind of on the fence because now that I'm here and I'm independent, I'm making more money and I'm more like financially stable, I'm kind of leaning more towards staying at UDC, obtaining my degree, and just moving out this year, getting myself together and starting my career. Going to Temple, I have a couple of family members in Temple, which is in Philly, but I'm not extremely close to them, so it would kind of be like I'm out there alone. Granted, I will have my car by then, by fall, but I'm just kind of on the fence. I am going to still ride it out. I'm still going to finish applying, but I haven't decided if I'm going to transfer or not. It's kind of like on the fence. I don't know. I still want that like full college experience, but I mean, I have it now, but like going away, sleeping in dorms and stuff, but then part of me is kind of like, do I really have to? Like, I don't really, I mean, I'm not a people person anyway, so like me going to college away wouldn't be a big thing. Do I regret staying home, and was it hard seeing all of my friends leave? I don't regret staying home at all. Actually, I was more than ecstatic. I saved a lot of money on not having to buy stuff for dorms, and I didn't take out any loans, and I'm pretty ecstatic. I love my university. UDC is really, really slept on. We were just rated #1 business school in DC, and that is from Trinity. In DC is UDC, Trinity, George Washington University, and Howard. And UDC's business program was rated #1. Just saying. Don't sleep on us, okay? Don't sleep on us. I love my university. I love my advisors. I love my scholarship advisors. I love everybody there. The campus is gorgeous. The people are nice. And so no, I don't regret staying home. Was it hard seeing my friends leave? Well, my friends didn't go to college. Well, one of my friends went to college, and she actually didn't like it, and it really made me sad. And I was like, damn, that really could have been me. Like, I would have been pissed off if I like took out a loan and like, you know, went through all of that, and then I'm like, I don't really know if I like it yet. So no, my friends, one of my other friends took a gap year, and my other friend she won't be going to college. It's just not her thing. So it wasn't really hard. All of my other friends, the hardest part was seeing my best friend leave. My best friend is in college all the way in Missouri, and so I was really bummed out when he left. But I mean, when he comes home, we always see each other. We FaceTime each other daily, so I wasn't really bummed out or anything. From my peers that are in my graduating class, a lot of them say they hate being away. They don't really like college. A lot of them realize college isn't for them. So no, I'm pretty content because I got to experience college without any pay, have to pay for anything, and I love it. So no, I do not regret it, and it was not hard. Any advice for students graduating and transitioning into college? Please prepare yourself, because college is nothing like high school. Let me say this again. College is nothing like high school. Do you understand that? People used to tell me that, and I used to be like, yeah, whatever, okay, because I'm so used to getting along with all of my advisors, like my counselors and teachers and stuff, and them like holding my hand and guiding me. No, boo. College, you're on your own, okay? I hate to be the one to tell you, but you really are on your own. Your professor will give you the work. It's due this day. They will not remind you. They will not bring it up again. And then most professors do not take late work. If you have a professor who takes late work, shout out to them. But professors will be like, it's not my job to remind you. You put that in your calendar. You note when it's due. When I come into class that day, I'm going to ask everybody, do they have their stuff? If you don't have your stuff, it's a 0. Period. And it was a wake-up call for me. And then another thing, professors lecture. A lot of professors just lecture. It's not a thing where it's a conversation between students and professor. Most times it's professor talking and everybody else is taking notes. So beware. Like, I highly recommend either having a computer or being a fast writer, because professors will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And most professors will slow down and make sure that you got the information. But sometimes you might have an asshole professor who's like, you didn't hear me the first time. Get it from your peers. So my advice is to prepare yourself. Make sure you know you're ready mentally. Another thing, get a planner. Get a planner, or make your calendar and reminders on your phone your best friend. My first semester, I'm in my second semester now. the beginning of my first semester, I was so fucking unorganized. Like, shit was getting due, and I'm like, what did this happen? Like, because I didn't have a planner, I wasn't writing in my calendar, it wasn't even taking it mentally in my notes. So like, let's say like my oral communications class, I had a speech. Got there, he's like, you ready for your speech? I'm like, my speech? What do you mean my speech? Isn't that next week? He's like, no, it's today. And so I really had to go up there and wing it, and thank God that I winged it, because I would have literally got an F for that. So my planner is my best friend. My planner is actually in my book bag right now. I use my planner. I write down due dates and all that stuff. So planner, prepare yourself. Do not go out here buying supplies like you're in high school, okay? You do not need 1,000,001 journals and binders and paper and highlights and pens. You literally need a laptop, a journal, and a pen and your planner. That's it. I can't stress this enough, do not go out here buying unnecessary materials. You are in college now. You do not need that. Most times, for real, people take pictures of the board. They don't even write their stuff down. Do not, I cannot stress it enough, buy unnecessary materials. And also, just have fun. Make friends. Talk to people. Be a social butterfly. In college, everybody is super, super sweet, at least from my experience. Everybody's super open. Everybody knows everybody. So do not be a Debbie Downer, okay? Be very open-minded, because you'll meet a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds. So do not open your mouth and speak of ignorance, because in college, people will call you on your shit and be like, that's ignorant, and it'll start a whole debate. Like, literally. Don't do that. At my school, it's a lot of people from Jamaica, Europe, Canada, and I was so surprised. I'm like, at UDC, like, why are you guys here? And they're like, why not? It's affordable. They're giving me money. What you mean, why? So, yeah, I met people from all walks of life at my school. From Africa, from Egypt, from Panama, from Belgium, from Indonesia, like people from everywhere. I've met so many people. So, yeah, just be open-minded as well. Tips for success. Take notes according to how you will remember it. So a lot of professors, they talk in circles, right? And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Take whatever they said and put it in a way in your notes that you'll remember it. So if my teacher is telling me, let's say, for example, in my communication class, that's my favorite class, by the way, if you don't see me. So my communication class, he tells me, well, the direct definition of communication is the translation of information from one source to another effectively, right? Say I don't really understand that. I don't get it. In my notes, I will put communication is transfer of information. That's it. I don't need all the extra shit that he's talking about, the effect. Like, I don't need that. All I need to put in my notes is communication is a transfer of information. That's it. And you're done. Boom. So, yeah. Also, get to know your professors. I have good relationships with my professors. I'm able to email them, talk to them after class, stuff like that. Make sure that they know who you are, they know your name. Do not just be a person in the class that is just there, okay? Make sure your professors know your name, that you get to know them, that you're vocal, that you set the tone, that everybody in this class is gonna know who the fuck you are, regardless, okay? So, not only does that put a good taste in the professor's mouth, but it makes sure your peers understand that you are on your shit and you're solid and you're about your business. And lastly, your syllabus is really important. I'm sorry, y'all. There's somebody with my window. I'm a little confused. The fuck? He just put his cigarette out on my window, bitch. Anyway, read your syllabus. In school, in high school, I never read my syllabus because I didn't give a fuck. Because who cares? It's a fucking syllabus. Like, just teach me and keep it pushing. Do not do that. In college, your syllabus is your fucking life. Do you understand? It is going to be information in there, emails, due dates that your professor will never tell you about. Your textbooks, your supplementary textbooks, your resource text, websites, all of that. All of that. Okay? Please read your syllabus. Read the syllabus. It is very, very important. I promise you. Read your syllabus. Also, Textbooks. I highly recommend when you're filling out your FAFSA, make sure you allow your FAFSA to be used on textbooks. Nobody wants to spend $200 on a textbook out of pocket. Make sure that you allow your FAFSA to cover your textbooks, and that way you don't have to pay $200-300 for a textbook. Also, make sure if you look at used books, you can rent books, because really you're never going to use these books ever again in your life, honest to God, unless you plan to be a professor. You will not need these books. Also, ebooks are a lot less expensive, so you have a computer that is reliable. I would recommend getting ebooks. It helps me a lot, especially because you don't have to flip through pages and do all this. Like, I literally don't have all I carry to school now is a laptop, a journal, and a pen. Because my textbook is literally on my laptop, so I really don't need that. So I would say make sure you look at use, renting, and ebooks before you ever buy a $200 textbook. Also, make sure it's a lot of books that are PDFs that are free. For my writing 1 class, she wanted us to pay, I think, $30 for a book, and I found it online for free. It was a PDF. I downloaded it to my computer. It was the entire book free. So make sure you do your research, because some professors will just have you spend the money and you do not need the money. And yeah, those are my tips for success. It helped me a lot, so I hope it guys helped you. Like I said, to be successful, I would definitely recommend getting to know your classmate, getting to know your professor, and make sure that they know who you are. All right, let's move on to the next question. How to stay focused. College is a fucking adult playground, okay? It's parties every day, okay? It's kickbacks, it's boys, it's girls, it's everything that your parents been telling you to stay the fuck away from your whole life. It's weed, it's drugs, it's liquor, it's every fucking where. Everywhere. At my school, they have turnt Thursdays. Every Thursday, it's a fucking party. They have frat parties, they have block parties, they have cookouts, they have movie nights. It's so much stuff. Please stay focused. I'm not telling you not to go out. I'm not telling you not to go have fun. All I'm saying is stay focused. So one thing I do is I set times on my alarm. I'll set an alarm for like 6 o'clock, and that alarm will like, do your homework now for an hour. Do 1 hour of homework. I'll do that hour of homework, go about my business. I personally do not go to parties. I don't really interact a lot at my school. I go to class, and I go to work, and I come home. But I do, like for Halloween and stuff, I did go out. And so just make sure that you're putting your studies first. Make sure you study. Keep up on your due dates. Stay focused. Just if you're about your business, then it's no problem for you to stay focused. But I would say make sure you cut some time out of every day to do a little bit of work, do a little bit of studying. And when it comes to boys, it's a lot of them, okay? And they fine as hell. They fine as fuck. Fine. Like, they fine as fuck. Please, do not let them interrupt your studies, boo. When they be like, come over to the dorm, bitch, if you got work to do, and your alarm just went off, do not go. Do not go. Don't say I'm going to do this later. Tell him he has to wait. Self-control, ma'am. Sir. Self-control. It's not that hard. And yeah, that's what I do to stay focused. I mean, like I said, I'm not really unfocused. I don't really talk to people at my school. I have like 4 friends at my school, and then like I go home and I go to work. I don't really do much on campus, which really sucks. I'm trying to change it this semester. Now it's about to get warm and shit outside. We're about to start having kickbacks and cookouts. Your girl is there, because my friend, she goes to everything, and so I'm finna be there with her, because she be lit. I be good. I be so jealous. But yeah, make sure you cut out time in your day. Make sure you're going out and you're still taking care of your business, because it's very easy to get distracted when you're in college. Extremely. I'm telling y'all, they fine as fuck. Especially them frat boys. Frat boys, they know. They be knowing what they be doing, y'all. They know they look good as shit, and that's why they be doing that. That's exactly why they be doing that. Do not fall victim. Don't do it. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. Okay? Alright, social life, I talked a little bit on it. Like, it's gonna be parties every weekend. Literally. Fridays and Saturdays for sure is gonna be parties. And then it might be like cookbacks and stuff throughout the thing. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, a lot of kissing, a lot of fucking, yeah, everywhere. People in college, they're young, they're gonna have fun. just make sure you guys are protecting yourselves. And if you're in a setting where you don't know a lot of people, make sure you keep a friend. Don't get too drunk. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings, because shit does happen. Especially not to like single anybody out, but like frat parties get really, really crazy. So just make sure you're making sure that you and your friends are straight. I always am like, when I'm drunk, I don't know, I turn into Molly the maid. I'm the caretaker, so I don't ever have to really worry about that. But I'm just saying, you guys should just be aware of it. And last but not least, just make sure if you're coming into college that you have an open mind, that you are exhausting all financial help before you take out a loan. That means grants, scholarships, anything before you take out a loan. Okay? I do want to stress that enough, because loans, subsidized and unsubsidized, I hope you guys already learned about them. Subsidized loans do have interest. So once you leave school, you might be graduating with $20,000 in debt, but guess what? Gradually over time, it'll turn into $40,000 in debt, because it now has interest. It is collecting, it is building, and now you owe more money than your fucking education was worth. And if you're not in a career field where you're making a lot of money, then baby girl, you're just gonna be in debt for the rest of your life. So please, I cannot stress this enough. Please exhaust all financial help before taking out loans. Also, I would recommend, before starting the semester, have at least one friend. So if you guys, school like has a homepage where they post people, or they have like a freshman group chat or anything, interact, meet people. You always going to need friends on campus. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody goes to college and doesn't have at least one friend. So connections with people is really important. And be yourself and have fun. These are the last couple of years. If you're getting a bachelor's or associate's, these are your last couple of years before you become an actual adult. You have to pay bills and rent and have debt and credit and all of that stuff. So have fun and be young, but still be on your shit. Balance, boo, balance, all 2020, okay? So thank you guys so much. I'm so happy that I got to do this. This is really, really important for me to get out in the open, because I have a younger sister who will be going off to college soon, and I just want her to make sure that she got it together. Your sister got you. I got you. Okay? So if you haven't already and you're at the end of this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification button below so you know when your girl posting. Follow me on all my socials at Jade Iman. And go ahead and become a part of the family, because when I grow, y'all grow. Y'all coming on the journey with me together, and I'm going to see y'all in the next video.